Hello and welcome back to the ACL TV. This video was created from an article on our health website. After watching, please ensure you like, share, and subscribe. I'll drop the link to the article in the description box. See you soon.
Hello and welcome. Pregnancy is one of life's biggest adventures, and like any great adventure, it really helps to have a map. So today, that's exactly what we're doing. We're laying out your personal roadmap for antenatal care so you can feel totally informed, prepared, and confident for the journey ahead. And this quote right here, it really gets to the heart of it all. This whole thing isn't just about a checklist of medical appointments. It's about empowerment. It's about making sure you feel strong, happy, and totally in charge of your own experience. So, here's a quick look at our roadmap for today. We're going to start with why this care is so important in the first place. Then we'll walk through your visit schedule, dive deep into that first crucial appointment, see what happens at routine checkups, cover key tests, and finally, and this is super important, we'll go over urgent warning signs. Okay, let's jump right in. First up, why is antenatal care such a big deal? Well, it's the foundation for everything. It's all about keeping both you and your baby as healthy as possible. I want you to think of it as a partnership between you and your healthcare team. Through regular checkups, different tests, and just having experts to talk to, you can make sure everyone stays healthy. The real power here is being proactive, catching any potential little issues way before they have a chance to become big ones. And when you dig into it, the goals are pretty clear. Of course, number one is keeping you and baby healthy. But it's so much more. It's about spotting things like high blood pressure early on. It's about giving you the information you need, being a source of emotional support, and ultimately getting you ready for a safe and really positive delivery. Okay, so just how often should you be seeing your doctor or midwife? Let's take a look at the modern recommended roadmap for all of your visits. So the key number to keep in your head is 8. The World Health Organization recommends at least 8 check-ins during your pregnancy. And this is actually a pretty big deal. It used to be only 4. They updated it because all the evidence shows that more contact leads to healthier outcomes and, honestly, a much better experience for parents. So here's how that usually breaks down. You'll have that first big visit within the first 12 weeks, then a couple more in the second trimester, around 20 and 26 weeks. And then, as you get closer to the big day, things really ramp up with 5 visits in that last stretch. It's all designed to give you more support right when you need it most. Now, let's really zoom in on that first visit. It's so foundational. This is the appointment that really sets the stage for the rest of your pregnancy. So, what can you expect when you walk in the door? It really boils down to 3 main things. First, a really detailed chat about your medical history. Second, a physical exam. And third, some initial tests like blood work and that first ultrasound, just to get a clear picture of where things stand. And when we say medical history, they're going to cover a lot of ground, and for good reason. They'll ask about your general health, any previous pregnancies, your family's health history, and your lifestyle. And I really want to highlight this last one. They'll check in on your mental and emotional health, because that is every bit as important as your physical health. And then comes a really exciting part of that first visit, the early ultrasound. It's often called a dating scan, and it does 2 crucial things. It gives you the most accurate due date possible, and it'll tell you if you should be preparing for more than one baby. All right, so after that big first appointment is out of the way, you'll start to settle into a nice rhythm of routine checkups. So what actually happens at these visits? So at pretty much every single visit, you can expect them to check a few key things. They'll check your blood pressure and weight. They'll measure the growth of your womb, that's called the fundal height. And of course, they'll listen to that amazing little heartbeat. Then, once you can feel the baby moving, they'll ask about that too. And remember, every visit is your chance to bring up literally anything that's on your mind. Okay, beyond the routine stuff, your pregnancy journey will also include some specific tests and screenings. These are designed to get an even deeper look at how you and your baby are doing. Now, you'll be offered a number of different screenings, and these are some of the most common ones you'll hear about. There's the glucose test to check for gestational diabetes. You'll also have options for genetic screening, a test for something called Group B strep later on, and sometimes something called Doppler studies to make sure blood is flowing perfectly to the baby. Now, one of the biggest milestones for so many parents is the fetal anatomy scan. This is a super detailed ultrasound, usually around the 20-week mark, where they check on the development of all your baby's organs. We're talking everything from the brain and spine to the tiny chambers of the heart. It's an absolutely incredible look at your little one. Okay, our final section. And honestly, this might be the most important one for your peace of mind. We're going to talk about knowing when a symptom's urgent and when you need to get help right away. This isn't to scare you, it's to empower you to act fast. Here's the most important takeaway. Never, ever hesitate to call your doctor or head to the hospital if you experience any of these signs. That means any bleeding, a really bad headache with blurry vision, a high fever, severe pain, any change in your baby's movements, or any sudden severe swelling. Your team is there for you 24/7. It is always better to be safe.
And there you have it, your complete roadmap for antenatal care. See, it's about so much more than just appointments. It's about building that partnership and arming yourself with knowledge. And with this map in hand, you are totally equipped to navigate this incredible journey with confidence, ready for whatever comes next.
Please subscribe.